So where are we going today, Mr. Boo?
Today we're going to the Festival de Véhicules de Loisirs.
What? Hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami, and today we are going up the Var Valley to the Festival of Campervans because, well, we've been invited. So, if you've been following our ventures over the last couple of months, you'll know, well, we've been doing a bit of camping, haven't we, Mr. Boo?
A bit of camping.
Bit of camping. We bought ourselves a tent, and we've been to a couple of campsites now, and apart from the slight issues with weather, but we've had no luck whatsoever, and issues with our air water beds, with our air bed, and sleep and things like that. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, but we are sort of realising that if we're going to carry on camping, we're going to definitely have to get a bigger tent, aren't we? Because I'm just too old to be crawling around on the floor trying to get in bed, and we just wake each other up, and you know, aged prostates cause. Anyway, we won't go into details, will we? But you know, we're going to have to move on. And we have been, for, I think I mentioned it a while back, flirting with the idea of a camper van. I should point out we don't have a spare £50,000 to buy a camper van, but we've been invited to look at these camper vans at this festival, and we have been doing a lot of research on the internet over the last few months. Well, I have. And looking at all kinds of things, and also some of the vloggers we follow, like the Roman Radfords and the Northerners on Tour and the Explorers, they're all Vanlifers.
They're all Vanlifers.
So I think the clues have been there for us for a while, and I do have this mad fantasy that we could, that we could buy a van somehow, or get it on a credit deal or something, or lease it or whatever, and that we could get a trailer on the back, and we could put Elton on the back, and then we'd be able to go to, well, all kinds of far-flung places, and then take Elton off the back of the trailer. And I mean, I know this is very elaborate fantasy, and Mr. Boo's a little bit thinks I might get carried away, but which I do sometimes. But anyway, today we're going to go and hopefully get to see these things in the flesh, roll around on the bed, because you're very concerned about the bed width. Often they're only about
I'm very wide. Right. I'm very long.
But he's very worried about it. He's very long, and the two of us in a very 1.3 metre, which often they are in the smaller vans. Beds you may be problematic. So we're going to actually take Twiggy, take ourselves, and have a nosy in these things, because it's one thing looking on the internet, and it's another actually getting down and dirty to van life. So anyway, after the grey skies we've been having for the last 3 or 4 weeks with Saharan dust and God knows what, the blue skies have returned. It is bakingly hot in Elton, but it should make for a beautiful journey up the Var Valley. So you know what I'm going to say now. It's, well, sit back and enjoy the ride. It really is such a relief to see blue skies back, because for about 3 weeks, if not more, we have had really the most cloud I've ever seen in a French, south of France summer. And not only cloudy, but it brought all this Saharan dust in and pollution, which just couldn't escape. So I think you saw earlier in this video, I was cleaning Elton. That must be about the 30th time I've done it in the last 3 weeks. I mean, and everybody's the same. Everybody's complaining their heads off about the cloud and the dirt, which has just gone over absolutely everything. And it's not only that, has it, Mr. Boo? It's brought in plagues of locusts and danger.
Not plagues of locusts, but plagues of killer bees.
Killer bees? Now, where did you see these killer bees?
Well, I didn't see them. I saw them being treated in Villefranche in the park.
Is that a nice way for saying murdered?
What do you say? exterminated. But it was really strange because I was walking Twiggy and then the police came along and were like, everybody get back, everybody get back.
The bee police?
The bee police. It was actually the Villefranche police, and then the Villefranche police putting on their hazmat suits and strange like beekeeper like stuff.
Bee stuff.
With smoking devices, liquids, and a hammer.
A hammer? Did they hammer it?
I think they just like don't really know why.
They're well trained, the Villefranche police. I've always thought that. I'm amazed they had a hazmat suit for bees. But anyway, so it's all been odd. But the focus now going forward for July is bakingly hot and sunny and clear blue skies. So normal service has been resumed in Elton. We've had to get the fans out, which we don't have up when the camera's on, because all you can see is the fan. And I know you love to see my teeth, in particular, my beautiful, youthful looks. But show the viewers these fans we got, Mr. Boo.
These are
because these are rechargeable fans which clip onto the frame right in front of us. They've got 5 speeds. They last for ages. You're not wiring them in. You can recharge them when you get out of the car on your portable power station. Gotta be careful not to exterminate some tourists here. And they're tip-top. Now, we paid about 20 odd quid for them on Amazon, but then I saw somebody on an Italian Facebook group. Now, whether this is true or not, I don't know, but they had the same fans, and they got them in Lidl for, I think they said $5.99.
Oh.
I was a bit steamingly angry. Anyway, I looked in the Central and I can't find them, so maybe it's only in Italy. But
maybe we should go.
All the fans we've had, these are just simply the best because of this. Look, they just clip there, turn on, straight in your face. Want rid of them, take them down. And we've been going 2.5 years at this game. We've had fans at the front, they're too far away. These are definitely the most effective, aren't they? Because they're right next to you. Anyway, let's carry on to the camping and caravan spectacular. I'm excited, Mr. Boo.
I can tell.
Oui, 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 my whole vie. How hard can it be? And I'll be your mannequin, your top 10, and you'll
Always amazes me. If you can see over here, this is the private jet car park for Nice Airport. And at this time of year, I was taking a friend to the airport the other day, and we were sort of counting the jets. And I think we worked out there were about 70 private jets, and there was also at that point the Bahraini royal family's private 747. I kid you not, I once passed years ago and they were all tootling down the steps, and it's parked up here in the only spot that's big enough at Nice Airport to park a 747. It may have gone, they may have nipped back to the kingdom. I mean, the thing we've been thinking about in terms of trying to go on these big adventures of the channel, and you know, because where we're located, it's possible for us to drive right into Italy, it's possible for us to drive to Lake Geneva, it's possible for us to drive right up to the top of France, all the way to Britain, it's possible to drive into Spain. You know, we can go into Morocco, couldn't we?
We could.
There are all kinds of possibilities that if we could, you know, get a camper van and possibly put a trailer on the back, that we could do. And you know, as you pass the Sheraton Hotel or whatever here, you know, once you start to think about doing adventures in Elton and then paying for hotels, it's just not, there's no way we can afford it, you know. It will just add up. So even though the camper van would be a huge investment, we'd have to get some sort of credit deal for it. You know, hopefully it will come back, because you can park a camper van in free airs. You know, France is very good for camper van. We've been following a lot of Vanlifers who've said how much cheaper it is to be in Europe as a Vanlifer, because you're not having to necessarily pay for a pitch. Whereas if you're camping in a tent, fun as it is, you've got to put that tent up, you've got to be on an official campsite, really. And there's no way you're going to take a tent up and down every night, on the top of the roof, undoing all that stuff on Elton. It's just, you know, fun as it is for special trips, and we are really enjoying it. It's not something that is going to be viable to drive all the way to Lake Geneva and camp. but a camper van might be. And now I got my license. Did I tell you?
I think you mentioned it, yeah.
Well, now I've got my license. You know, I'm be allowed to drive it, providing I get an automatic one. Anyway, let's do a ride here and head up the valley, Mr. Boo.
Up the Var Valley.
Comme ci, comme ça, ouah, ouah, ouah. J'adore mes amis. Oh, how dull life would be. And I'd be a vagabond. It's small.
So, are we getting near, Mr. Boo?
1.5 kilometres to go.
1.5 kilometres to camper heaven. Oh, there's one up ahead. Look, that's a big one. That.
I wonder if it's going to show off.
Right.
Okay, no talking, listening to me, because we're going to come off the roundabout here,
Oh,
where it says Nice Caravans,
oh,
I think.
it's there. It is
Where
Nice.
those camper vans are.
These caravans is where it's been hosted. So, what, do you think we're going to do a ride here?
Yeah, where it says Rapido.
To Colomar?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of action. Look at
And then
that.
I think-
Camper Rev. Deja Vendu, that's already sold. Oh, that's a shame. I'd have had that.
I don't know if it's down that road there.
I don't know.
Okay.
This one's before we die. Is it down here? I don't know. No, the gate's there, isn't it? I don't know. You'd think there'd be a sign, wouldn't you? Well, let's go up there and see what's happening. Very complex. There's somebody Vanlife in here. Presumably this is the owner of the thing or something. I don't know.
There's your Piscine Soleil service.
Maybe we're going to the swimming pool service. And what we want is the camper van. I think we are, right?
Well, we can...
I don't want a swimming pool. Can't travel in a swimming pool. I don't think we're going the right way, do you, Mr. Bill? Hey?
No.
You brought me on a wild goose chase.
Well, we found where we're going, it's just how we get in, and where we might park.
Been on this gravel I'm not enjoying. It's going to skid, that's the problem. Maybe not go out.
Go stop. You can see on the left that VW camper in there.
Oh yeah,
Gorge.
that's nice.
I'd
Yeah,
like one of those.
I love those, but the trouble is, I just don't think they'll be that comfortable for sleeping and things. I don't think they'll be that practical for long distances, but I do absolutely love one. I love one electrified. Oh, there's a Jeep. I don't know where we're going here.
Wait.
I don't know if you can get past now. Oh, it's complicated getting a camper van. Ooh, imagine driving a camper van up here. But do you think you just... I think this is part of the display, this one here. Do you think you just park anywhere? Look, he's bringing his gear out. That's a whopper. Don't think we can afford that. It's got
It's
a
got
shower.
good storage at the back.
These people look like they're going, I'm going down here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Not behind this car, or further up, maybe.
Behind
Yeah.
the white van.
Behind this white one, in the blazing sun, though.
There was nothing in the shade, there was there.
Oh, there is there, but you don't...
You can't go on that side of the road. I don't think.
Right. Let's enter the world of camper vanners. Mr. Boo, there are hundreds of them. Well, they said there was going to be 70, and they certainly are. That's a lot. So we're going to switch to the secret specs, then we don't annoy anyone. We'll try and film on the proper camera when we're in there. But let's see what happens. He's made a friend.
Il y a plus petit.
Oui.
Oh là, c'est trop beau. C'est original, ça.
Oui, un petit maison.
C'est ça. Ça alors. Oh.
And what's this, Mr. Boo? Is this just a caravan? Oh yeah, this is to tow.
I like that it looks like a house.
It's been winterized. It's very quirky. Look at this. Wow. Now you've tons of bed space in this, Mr. Boo. Full double. Nice seating area.
There's also another bed.
Also another bed. I don't think you've got a toilet. You'd have to have a bucket unless it came out of here or something. Something could slide out of there. Yeah. Probably. You have a fridge. No stove, but you'd just put your thing on there, wouldn't you?
But do all these bits collapse down?
Yeah, it's a trailer train. It's a trailer caravan. I think they call them, or collapsible. This is well posh. Look at this stove over here. Presumably is that the fridge? No, that's a drawer. Here's your sink. Wow. And then stove. Double stove. Ooh, fabulous. Look at that bedroom. That's like a normal bedroom. There's the shower. Incroyable. And then into the bathroom, the kludgy. His and hers toothbrush holders. His and his. Now this is this is a caravan. You just take the toilet with you. You live in a toilet. This is my kind of motorhome. Public toilet on wheels. This is a Citroen chassis. Again, white. Everything's white. White makes right. Same thing, fridges here. Same thing, two stove. Bathroom either side. Most of these are very similar. They either have a bed that comes down or they don't. This one does. This must all come down. Amazing. You must take that off and then this drops. Mm. So it seems to me, I've lived my life like a candle in the wind. No, it seems to me that you're talking a moon of 75 for these sort of ones. Yeah?
Yes.
And then your sort of California style Ford chassis ones starting at 50. Don't you think?
Yeah.
But in truth, these are the kind of things that really we were thinking might just be possible to sort of somehow do, because those things are fantastic, but they're way out of our budget. But something this size or smaller.
This one, the passenger seat, my seat would spin round.
It's a captain's chair, I think that's what they call them. I don't think that one swings round, but the passenger seat swings round, so it gives you extra. It's got a lot of seating, this one, hasn't it?
Ooh.
I think we're figuring it out that there are different firms obviously doing the conversion on the Ford chassis or the Peugeot chassis. So this is Florian, this is Showsound, this is Yachty Line. Quite impressive. In fact, they're more impressive than I thought. This is Fiat. This is very nice inside. Learning some new words today, Mr. Boo, in French. Panneau soleil, marché pied électrique, moustiquaire porte cellulaire. No, cellule. That's your mosquito thing you pull on. But you know, I could really see myself in this van, sat here, doing my Rosetta Stone, because you know I've been using Rosetta Stone's language app to try and improve my French for some time, and actually I am do you think I'm making progress?
You are.
I am making progress, I am. He's been cynical. But it is a really good language app. You can practice your pronunciation, you can speak back to it. That's the big difference. You can actually interact with it. You can check that you're making progress. It's not just a matter of saying, oh, here is the man with the hat, here is the boy with the cane. It's kind of like having a language tutor in your pocket.
Le garçon est devant l'arbre.
Le garçon est devant l'arbre.
And And there is a special offer. There is a super special offer, because right now, if you click the link in our description or the pinned comment, you can get 50% off their 25 language lifetime deal. That means you've got 25 languages in the app, in your pocket for lifetime, no other subscription to pay, nothing else to add. And there's also an incredible deal on their one language app. So if, like me, you're just doing French currently, you can just sign up for one language and that comes in even cheaper. But we've had a lot of success with our little Rosetta Stone. Now I've got more time and I've stopped doing my driving lessons. I passed my test, by the way, did I tell you? Then, you know, I'm gonna really focus on my French, so that when I start motorhoming after winning the pools like Vivian Nicholson in Spend, I'm going to sit here doing my languages laid back, just luxuriating in my mobile home and speaking perfect French. Is monumentally expensive. Let's see what you get for your 130,000 euros. Wowza. More whites. That seems to be the big
trend for 2024.
Trend. I mean, this is lovely. You wouldn't think it was 60 grand more. The bed is super wide, but the other one was pretty good. Very nice bathroom again, but I mean, we've seen that in another one at 70. I mean, it's got sort of premium leatherette bits and pieces. Huge fridge again.
Bed at the front.
Oven up here. Another bed at the front that pulls down. Both seats rotate, so you've both captain's chairs. Yeah, it's very nice, but I'm not seeing 40 grand more than the others, really, are you? It's bigger, I guess it's longer. Is it double wheels? You'll probably need a different license for that. It's a comfy porta potty, this, Mr. Boo, although I don't think I fancy you having a shower at the same time.
I don't think that's how it works.
I think that'd be like, what's that game you used to play at Christmas? Twister. The light Twister. I just thought there was something kinky about Twister, didn't you? Literally, I bet you it's been banned. It'll be banned. What's amazing is it's only when you look at the back doors that you see, oh my god, it's a transit van. And because you know it is intellectually, but I bet if you look at these vans on the way back on the road back to here, you won't go, oh, that'd be lovely to go on holiday in. Let's go on holiday in a transit van. But when they're kitted out, they really look like something quite different. It's a little mini world. It's lovely. Full double up.
Oh wow!
The only sad thing is we haven't seen a single electric one. Now it may be that apart from sort of the ID Buzz, the Volkswagen ID Buzz, which even they have yet to convert. I mean, one of our vloggers we watched, the Roman Radfords, they have converted an ID Buzz into electric, into a camper van, should I say. But apart from that, there is nothing electric here. I mean, I just think the cost for to go fully electric for us is just never going to happen. What's your idea?
Well, they don't have them here per se, but otherwise we could be looking at caravans that you could pull with an electric car.
That would be all eco.
To keep us in our electric family.
The only problem is you then got to always have a pitch to pitch the caravan, whereas a van you can stop at the side of the road and sleep.
True.
So we've come in here out of the heat because it's so boiling out there before we look at the second-hand one, see if there's something a bit more affordable. But they've got some cracking camping gear in here that's definitely not Decathlon at the posher end of things. This is so light. I knew they'd be super light ones.
How much is that one?
I don't know, it's made in China. Not as comfy as our ones. It's more comfy than the Decathlon one we had that gave us antacid issues.
But it looks like it folds up.
What?
And plastic wine glasses.
Oh yeah, for your cola when you stop drinking. Look, they've got EcoFlow Deltas in here. But we're all Powers and Bluetti and Affery.
It looks like a set of pool or a pizza or something.
Yeah. Oh wow. I still don't know what it is. Toilet. Or a stool.
It's a stool.
That's really clever. I thought it was going to be a porta potty. We think up here are the second-hand ones, we hope, anyway. It's very Very good place, this.
I love it.
Seems very well run, very good equipment, and the equipment stuff is very reasonably priced compared to Decathlon, which is amazing. You always think Decathlon's going to be the cheapest for everything. This is huge. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, so single beds. It smells a bit damp. I don't think it's been used, this one. Doesn't it smell damp? Really damp. It's been sat. But there's a lot of space in these, aren't there? Really, there's some terrifying creatures out here. Look at that. Oh, it's quite at us. It's these hornets. But I mean, yeah, this is a seriously cheaper price, 20 grand, but it has done 133,000 kilometres. And the fabric is wow. It's a shame because it's got a bathroom and everything, but you definitely have to it's lovely. Whoa. I don't know, I'd feel very nervous about getting one with 100,000 kilometres on the clock, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
For going any distance. I mean, I think, seriously, if you were just doing round here, local stuff for fun, I don't think it matters. I think you're going to be fine. Because if you're setting up on long journeys, it's kind of like... You look, the difference in the new and the second hand. How many miles has this done? How many kilometres? 61,000, that's quite a lot. Well, a relatively large amount. The difference in new and second hand is not that great.
No.
Which makes me think they hold their value reasonably well. A car would have lost more than 10 grand, I think, on 60,000.
Yeah.
At that price. I might be wrong. So this one's done 30,000. Very nice. I'm liking the white ones, even though they're a bit impractical. They give you just so much more sense of space, don't they? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Peugeot.
80,000. So this sort of size seems to be about 75, 80 grand. You're probably wondering, as we're looking at all these crazily expensive camper vans, having never done any camper vanning, why don't we just rent a camper van and see whether we like it? Well, that was of course our intention, and to be honest, it would be a much more economical way of doing it for us to start with. The problem is, I've discovered that having a driving license is not enough. You've got to have had a driving license for 2 years, and we've tried numerous camper van companies, and we've had the same thing with car hire, I have to say, and it appears that unless somebody knows different, or somebody out there wants to waive the rules a little bit and hire as a camper van, that I cannot hire one. It's very, very annoying. Anyway, I just wanted to very quickly say a huge thank you to everybody who has contributed to the channel this month, who has bought coffees. I can't stress enough just how much difference this makes to us and to our ability to do things and to the viability of the channel, because this thing does cost a lot of money to produce in terms of video, in terms of equipment, etc, etc. I won't bore you. And anyway, it's because this is the last video of the month, there will be a full list of all the people who have supported us this month coming at the end, so stick around to the end to hopefully see your name, and thank you so much for contributing. Well, it's interesting. We've looked at all these vans, and yet I have a feeling the one that sort of hit the sweet spot of price and sort of what we want is was the very first one we looked at. I mean, you know, whether we can really afford any of them is a big question. This is the winner for me. It ticks all the boxes, apart from the fact you have to find 60,000 euros. The company have done the conversion here, Campervan.
Yes.
Right, so we need to look Campervan up and see how this bed area works. I do think this is nice. And look, Mr. Bull, there's a toilet, so I don't have to wee in a bottle like I do in the tent. I mean, I don't do that. But look, you could potty. Well, I wouldn't want to sit on that and do it.
And can I sleep upstairs, or is that just a pop-up to give me some height while
I think it's just a pop-up, I think. And this, I don't know, you either get a buzz from it or you don't, the idea of living in a van. And I love the idea. I love the idea of just driving away and stopping where you want. And of course, it's never quite that simple, and you won't always get the pitch you want, all of that. There'll be complications. But the sense of adventure is exciting.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding.
Well, that's an awful lot of food for thought. I mean, it is quite an expense, but my feeling is that if you could get the finance to get it, A, we'd get a lot of use out of it, but B, I don't think we're going to lose a fortune if in 2 years' time we decide A, we can't afford it, or B, we don't like it, and we've had enough. Do you know what I mean? Given we're almost never going to buy a house down here because we've never got enough money, this is the closest thing we might ever get to owning our own home, and it'd be a home on wheels. And there's something about the romance of that I kind of like. I mean, it may not be a retirement home. Do you know what I mean, Mr. Bullock? You may not be best to retire into a mobile home. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give us a like, please give us a comment, please think about buying us a camper van, or failing that, a coffee. And remember, everyone, stay charged. Bye. Bye.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.